The first step is to take your doll clothing and you're going to just fold your pants in half, lining it up perfectly along the middle. And then you're going to take your long side and you're going to line it up with the very end of your paper. One thing you need to be very careful with is to make sure that you have enough room at the bottom of your paper for seam allowance. Now I am going to take my pencil and I'm going to be drawing dotted lines for the place where I'm supposed to fold in my fabric for seam allowance, and just normal straight lines for the outer border of my pattern. So I'm just going to be drawing all around my doll clothing, just making sure that I leave enough seam allowance so that when I use my pattern I have enough room to fold over my fabric so I can sew like normal. You're going to do this all the way around. Most times whenever I'm doing homemade patterns, I like to take a dark marker, and this one is black, and I just like going over my lines so I can see them much more, because the marker makes it a lot bolder and I can see all my lines really quickly without having to squint at it and not seeing the lines. So I'm just gonna go over all of my lines, including my dotted lines and my regular straight lines, with this black marker. Now that you've gone all around your pattern with your black marker, you're gonna take scissors and you're gonna cut out your pattern from your paper, making sure that you're cutting only on the regular lines, not the dotted lines. I like making sure that I can totally understand the homemade patterns that I make, so I'm just going to go over with that same black marker from before, and I'm gonna just write down some words just telling me the way how I should use this pattern, and it just helps me out so that I don't have to be really puzzled over my pattern later on in the future. And I also write down what the pattern is for and what kind of doll it is for, and also how many times I should cut it. One of the great things about patterns, especially homemade patterns, is that you can always trim it off, you can always fix it up if you're not always satisfied with your original pattern. You can always even turn them into different styles just to give your doll's wardrobe a whole much more variation. Just like I've made a ton of different patterns, and these sweatpants I made from a different kind of pattern. Once again, here's a closer look at those sweatpants that I made. Once again, these were made from a variation in one of my patterns. I just made my pants pattern a lot skinnier and it gave me these sweatpants. I also tried that out on another variation in my patterns for rolled shorts. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, and check out my Etsy shop at Lil Chick Creations. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!